DreamTears. Fancy meeting you here. How you doing? That's wonderful to hear. You here to visit old me? By all means, come on in, come on in. Guess you got the email, huh? Yeah. Must have caught something nasty. Just too sick to come on into work. You've not been feeling sick yourself, have you? That's wonderful to hear. I better get myself laying on bed again. There we go. By all means, pull up a sofa nearby. It's wonderful to be having you here. I've not been able to have any visitors just because, well, I'm not the most social kind of guy, I'll admit. I don't really have many visitors, so you're the first. I'm really grateful for that, thank you. I was not expecting you to pop on by. I just got your message that you had a surprise for me. And this is a big surprise indeed. This is making me feel a bit better already. I'll try to take it easy. I'll try and make sure I'm not going too far here. So how's everyone doing at work, by the way? Well, that's good, that's good. I mean, I've tried to kind of direct people and help out from home, but I certainly hope it's not been too overwhelming for you to be calling the shots and whatnot. Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm glad to know that things are still kind of settling down a bit, especially after that big old rush with the latest client. I suppose being ill, taking a small bit of time off. Well, guess it was good timing on my part. Not like a time to getting sickly, of course. Just so you know, if you ever become ill, or anything like that, you just let me know, okay? I'll be sure to pop on by. Make sure you're alright. And if need be, take care of you and pamper you. Maybe I could just wrap myself up in another blanket when I put it. And it's gotta be nearby. Oh, ain't you a peach? Thank you. Keep myself nice and warm. Much appreciated. And a hug to go alongside. Big hug for you as well. Oh, bless you. You're as sweet as cheesecake. Yeah, I've got cheesecake on the mind. But I better leave that for when I'm feeling better. That way I can at least burn off those calories that way, but not if I'm gonna be lounging around like this, you know. Precisely. I've been told I can't be worrying myself too much and moving around so much, but that just doesn't sound like my kind of lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? I'm more of a get my hands on things, get something done kind of guy. So taking it easy is not really part of my lexicon. Well, maybe it might be a welcome change, especially with you here. I'm sure I can get through this. maybe things might be alright soon enough and I'll be back at work. Back into the usual swing of things. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, by the way, I'm terribly sorry to ask you of this, but don't suppose you could maybe pour us both a drink there? There's that little glass next to you. It'll be fine. I've already got some mugs, but it's a little bit far away from me to lean over and grab and do myself. Oh, that is much appreciated. Thank you so much. I should have put this stuff on the nightstand here, but thank you. I definitely need a drink, that's for sure. That really hits the spot. Always goes down good. Especially when I'm feeling like this. Tell you what, since you're here, would you like to hear a story? Story time with good old Grimwald. Yeah, pull up us. Well, you already pulled up the sofa. Prepare yourself then for a rather peculiar story. So what happened was I was dreaming, and it must have been some kind of like fever dream or something. It just felt uncanny and off. I mean, I was working up quite a mighty temperature. I was overheating in bed. And, well, getting real uncomfortable. And yet I couldn't quite wake up. Not yet, at least. So, where I was in it? Well, that's the weird thing. I was dreaming that I was in the office. Weird, ain't it? So I was inside the office, but you weren't there. Which is especially strange because I know for sure about how punctual you are. Sorry. But it's strange how none of the other employees were there either. The weird thing was, there were only 3 other people, or at least so I thought. I mean, there was that green bean fella and the one with the glowing eyes. He was there. Then it was that bird guy, the fellow who visited me when I was sleeping and I couldn't quite move. I mean, part of me wanted to throttle him. Somehow, getting into what I assumed was my room. I mean, all around was foggy all of a sudden, so it kind of seemed strange. But nevertheless, so it was that guy. He was there. Then it was one of the clients, some soft-spoken fella, kind of lovely hair, kind of looks like he's been spending too much time, like, shampooing and conditioning and combing it. So, but kind of still a big guy, tough guy. The guy I could probably arm wrestle with. But still, he was there, so one of the clients was there. It just didn't really make sense to me why all of them were there in that office. It seemed like a really random collection of people that I've spoken to or bumped into or visited me or whatever. They were all there. And it seemed like they were all kind of talking to one another. And I was just walking through, minding my own business, and they all kind of looked at me, had this strange look, like they recognized me. that. I mean, sure, I've met them at least once, but they all kind of just looked at me with this kind of, how should I describe it, like an understanding smile, like there's something unspoken between us right now. Like there was something that they seemed to know, but I just didn't know what it could mean. I didn't know what it was all about now. It was very, very strange. Not unpleasant, not like a nightmare. Just really peculiar. But there's more to it. Do you want to hear the rest? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So what happened was that I was just like trying to get to my office, but it seemed like there was someone in there. Almost seemed like someone was watching me, like spectating, peering down. I couldn't see him. It just seemed like every time I'd move around to look around, try to continue work, almost in like slow motion, like I had dull senses. When I tried to turn around, this whoever it was just wasn't there anymore. You ever get that? Like, you feel like someone's peering over you, but then you turn around, but then they're gone. You had that in a dream before? Oh, I see. Well, it makes me sound crazy, I know, but I swear he was trying to whisper something to me, but I couldn't quite remember what it was exactly. I swear he kind of like crooned something like, he called me a fellow traveler. What is that supposed to mean? Sure, I've traveled around, but I'm not sure. I mean, sure, I'm not around from here, but what makes me a fellow traveler? What makes me a fellow? What am I supposed to relate to him or the other people in my dream? I'm really not too sure. I don't suppose you might be able to make any sense out of it. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Well, let me get myself another drink. There we go. Hey, look at that. It's the paintbrush. Remember that when I removed that curse from you and I was dabbing that paintbrush on you? At least I think that's what happened. Head's a little fuzzy right now. I'm sure that happened. I mean, I'm not cursed right now, so I don't. Oh, you're brushing my face to make me feel better, huh? No, you really are sweet as dessert, aren't you? Reminds me of home. Mama always did the same thing to me to help me unwind. She was a real sweet woman. Probably not much to look at, but big heart. Big muscles too, but the heart's a muscle as well. She had the biggest heart of all of us. That's for sure. Feels really relaxing. By all means, if I doze off, feel free to take a spot here on the sofa or on the bed as well. It's your choice. I'll leave that up to you. I feel like I could doze off at any moment now. This feels real relaxing.